Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jonathan. Thank you very much for coming and watching today. So it is now 11 on Friday, the 25th of November. And with just 1 month to go to Christmas, we thought it would be time to share with you a small collection of beautiful hand-picked watches that we're going to feature today, next Wednesday, next Friday, and in the lead up to Christmas to give you some ideas, perhaps if you're looking to buy a Christmas gift, or maybe if you just want to treat yourself. So if that sounds good, then please stay on board. However, before we show you these gorgeous watches, let's just do a quick wristwatch check. And today's watch is one in which you've seen before, one of my favorites. It is the Zenith El Primero Chronomaster Moonface, as you can see here in rose gold, chronograph function, day, date, month on this lovely leather strap. And I actually got this strap made by the strap tailor. So this is not a promotion at all. I actually just love to tell people about good companies that make great products. And I came across the strap tailor a while ago because this watch needed a bigger strap because of my huge wrist. And rather than going to Zenith and spending, I don't know, £500 on an alligator strap, the strap tailor, David down there, made me this lovely strap in ostrich leather for about £140, just how I wanted it, in a lovely dark brown with the cream stitching, and it's absolutely fantastic. So they're really, really good company. But that is one of my all-time favorite watches. So let's go and have a look at our first watch. And this one we've got here today is the Breitling Avenger GMT. As you can see here, it's a really lovely looking watch. This is a 2022 model. It's unworn and it still has all of its protective stickers in place. So again, if you're giving it to someone, they're not going to feel like you bought them a pre-owned watch. It's just that real new look and feel to it. And of course, Breitling as a manufacturer needs no introduction, and the Avenger has been a model in their range for some time. But this one has the GMT function here. So you can just see here at the 9 o'clock, you've got that red hand there giving you that second time zone. As someone perhaps traveling around the world, that could be something really good. And of course, we all worry slightly now about some of these really expensive watches when we're traveling. This watch is around about the £3,500 mark. Still a lot of money, but if you have maybe some expensive Rolexes in your collection, you're going to be traveling overseas on holiday or on business, then this might be something to consider. So it's finished in stainless steel. It has the 45mm case size, so definitely a watch for someone with a larger wrist. It is an automatic, and it has a chronometer as well. So it's performing to within about -4 to +6 seconds per day. Being a sports watch, it's also waterproof. And I think if I'm right in saying that's down to about 300 meters. So I think that will be enough for most of you. The bezel here turns in a unidirectional fashion there. And the crown here actually screws into the side of the case. I think that's something really important and something we kind of recommend to our customers, even if the watches say they're waterproof, unless the crown and the pushers here for the chronograph screw in, then don't go in the water with it unless you really have to. So I think it's a really good looking watch. You can see it's got the index markers here for the hour hands and really, really strong luminous coating. And of course, you've got the date function there. And the little second hand going around there, that's got like a red tip on it as well, which ties in nicely with that GMT hand. You can see the bracelet here, again, all covered in its stickers there. And it has the sort of brushed look on the outside and then polished through the middle. And then here you have the Breitling deployment clasp. It's got the safety catch there, which we open up first of all. And then this opens up there and you can see that Breitling branding sticker still on the back there. I'll put it on my wrist just so you can see what it's like. Just goes very nicely with my suit there. So a really, really good looking watch. Now I can't remember the price of all these watches today, but I know this one is around about the £3,500 mark, maybe a little bit more. But I think it's really, really good value and a nice saving off list as well. So that I think would be great Christmas present for someone, maybe an 18th, 21st, something like that. Really, really good first luxury watch without sort of breaking the bank. And then we come to one of our favorites. This is a model brought out by Tudor. This is the Tudor Black Bay Harrods, and the Black Bay has been a tremendous success for the Tudor brand ever since it came out. This is the 41mm case, but what more prominent luxury store in the UK, in fact perhaps even globally, than Harrods. And so with Harrods and Tudor together as a partnership, they developed this watch, which has this gorgeous green bezel on it there. And it has it's almost like that faded look to it. So people often will compare this to the Rolex Submariner, the original Kermit. Well, it's not a Rolex, but for the price point, it's a really, really good watch. What I rather like about it is the way all the colors work together. So you have the green bezel here, the matte black dial, but the hour markers there are like a lovely sort of creamy color with a gold perimeter around them. And that color set is also on the second hand there, and it just looks really, really well. And yeah, with these, this is a little bit over list, but we have to pay well to get these watches, but it's a really, really good watch. So it's an automatic, it's a chronometer, around about a 70-hour power reserve. And again, this one will go down to around about 300 meters. So, essentially a diver's watch. The crown here on the side, you can see there with that Tudor logo on it there. And again, that screws into the side of the case too. The bezel here, again, is a diver's watch. This just turns in one direction there, and it has just a nice, feel to it. It's mounted here onto a stainless steel bracelet, and it has that brushed effect to it there, so it doesn't really show the scratches quite in the same way as those bracelets with the polished center links. You've also got some micro adjustment there, you can see, but if we're meeting with you in person or posting it to you, we'll look to get your wrist size and size the bracelet for you. And then once this is closed here, you have that safety clasp on it as well. So I think it's a really, really good watch for the money. Now, I wish Tudor had made less of these. Prices would have been even higher, but it says on the back here, special edition number 9997. So almost the 10,000th watch that Tudor have made. I've worn quite a lot of these actually when they've come in pre-owned, and I think it just works really well. Case size is absolutely spot on, and really good lume as well for for nighttime reading. So I think that's a really, really good watch for the money. So we're going to now stay with the dive theme, and we're going to go massively up in price. But again, I hope you feel that it's pretty competitively priced. And what I've got here is one of the absolute classics from Rolex. This is the Rolex Sea Dweller Deepsea. And this is a watch that we sold many years ago, and we were very kindly given the opportunity to buy it back from a customer who sort of just hadn't been wearing it for a while, I guess. And it's lovely. It's got that classic black dial. The Sea Dweller, of course, is very sort of top of the range by means of the way in which it dives to. Now this used to be, I guess, the daddy of the range, and that this goes down to 12,800 foot, but it's now been topped with the new Challenger one that has come out now, which is an incredible watch. Now, we haven't seen one. I think they're about £21,000, and the fact they're 50mm case size, I think, will limit the number of people that would want to buy it, not only for its price but its size. This one is 44mm, so it's still a big chunky watch. There's no hiding from that, but people love them. They just feel great to wear, and loads of people wearing like big Breitlings and Planet Oceans and these chunky sort of watches love the Deepsea. So a really, really good watch all around. So it's an automatic, it's a chronometer. This one was sold brand new in 2010, and again has all its box and papers, just back from our service center, so it's all been prepared and ready for you to enjoy by its next owner. Accuracy on this one is going to be about -4 to +6 seconds per day, so that sort of fits in within the chronometer standard. The bezel here is in stainless steel. The insert here is in ceramics. Again, really strong and resistant to those light scratches. Beautiful feel when you turn this. You can really appreciate the engineering that's gone into this watch. Glass on it is very, very thick. You've got the date function there as well, but you'll notice there's no Cyclops on that as well. And then just the writing, you know, the Rolex Sea Dweller on it. The crown, this screws into the side of the case there. You can see that Rolex logo there, and that sort of gives you an idea of its thickness as well. But just overall, a really good watch. Again, you won't see these in shop windows, but this one here, again, please have a look at the website. Prices are changing all the time. EdinburghWatchCompany.co.uk. All of our watches on there that are available for sale. They're all up there. And I've taken pictures of all these watches too. The bracelet on this one is that classic oyster bracelet. Again, all in brushed stainless steel. And it features a really lovely glide lock clasp on it. Now this one is the sort of feature-rich one. It's slightly reduced on the 50th anniversary one, but with this one here, we put our fingernail under there, lift that, you can see the teeth there, and then this just slides in and out, just to get it exactly as you want to. And then you've also got the diver's extension on there as well. We often actually take that off if it's not needed. I'll show you this one on the wrist as well. There you go. It's a really good looking watch. Can you imagine Christmas Day, your partner unwrapping that box and seeing a Sea Dweller in front of them? That will be certainly a Christmas Day to remember. I'll actually hold this one up to camera as well, just so you can get an idea of its thickness on the wrist. So no hiding from the fact this is a big, heavy, thick diver's watch, but do you know what? Absolute one of the classics. And I must say they do sell really rather well. So the next one we're going to talk about is from Italy. It's the brand Officine Panerai. Now again, a very, very well-known manufacturer of watches, best known because they made watches for the Italian Navy. I really like Panerai, but I love this watch. This is the Daylight Luminor Chronograph. It is just lovely, and it's got lots of functions in this watch. So first of all, stainless steel case. What I particularly like about this watch, and I'm just trying to get the best light on for you here, is the dial. It has this lovely vintage patina to the dial. When you look at the hour markers here, it is really lovely. It's like a vintage watch, really lovely. Down here, you've got the date function, and then that same color going across on the hour hands as well. On the side there, typical to the Luminor Marina, you've got this clasp here that closes down to push the crown into the side of the case to make sure it's waterproof. And then here, if you want to use the chronograph function, you can do it from that. Now, before this watch was bought, the customer actually went and treated it to a new Panerai strap, and it's actually an extra long one as well. So if, like me, you've got a big wrist, you'll really appreciate this one. On the back, you can see there, this is the Panerai PAM 356, and it's actually an automatic movement, and it's a chronometer movement as well. So again, it's a really, really good movement inside this watch. And I've also got another strap to go with this too, which we will include for you. So you can see a nice orange strap. So if you're going to take this one swimming, then you can pop the strap on. So I think that's all the main things to tell you about this watch. It has a chronometer certificate as well, and that was done in around about 2009. So that's roughly the age of the watch, but the condition is absolutely first class. I love Panerai, and I don't know, when I put one of these watches on, you may have heard me say this before, but I kind of feel like it's the weekend. It just feels like that fun leisure watch to wear. But again, it is quite big, but it's not too big. And on the leather strap, it just feels really, really comfortable. Not overly thick on the wrist. It doesn't actually feel too heavy as well when you get it really tight on, but yeah, I think that's a really, really nice watch. If I remember rightly, I think it's around about 4,995, which I think is a really good price. And again, you know, by all means, go and have a look around, and I think you'll find it's good. But again, all box, papers, just everything with it. So our last watch is from Amiga, and this one is called the Amiga Specialties CK859, and we have just got it. Oh, it's lovely. It's the first actually one that we've had of these, and Amiga have sort of recreated a watch from the past, and they brought this lovely piece out. It's a 2022 watch, and it has only been worn a handful of times, and there's a very loyal customer of ours. When he bought it, he actually took this leather strap off and put a different strap on it, so the condition of the strap is lovely. But it's a real looker, and first of all, the dial on it here is in fact made out of pure silver, and it has the blued hands on it as well, so they contrast really well against it. And of course, blued hands are, you know, they're stainless steel hands, but they have been heated to a very certain temperature to get that color to change. I mean, you've literally got to get it right by seconds, or you miss that opportunity on it. So a really beautiful watch. Now, by means of the background to it, it's actually a numbered edition watch. It is in fact hand wound as well. But what you've got here is you've got that kind of vintage look for someone wanting a real classic looking watch. So again, who would that be? Could that be a younger person wanting a vintage watch? Could it just be maybe a more mature person wanting something like they had years ago, but wanting modern technology? When I say modern technology, when we look at the back here, you can see clear case back, letting you see this hand wound chronometer coaxial movement. So a really good movement. A power reserve with 72 hours. And you can just see here, coaxial master chronometer at the top. The movement is also a METAS movement as well, which means that it has been designed to resist magnetism up to 15,000 Gauss. Again, quite complicated to allow it to do it. So you've got this vintage look with very modern technology in it, and you can see on the back there they've created here this lovely Amiga design on the tang buckle there, and you can see the contrast stitching. So I think it really is a lovely watch. Unfortunately, the strap is a little bit too small for me, but I think I can manage to get it on just to show you. There we are. Really rather nice, I think. Again, please go and have a look on the website, because we've actually got this watch at under list price as well. There you can see just how slim it is. I think it's 11.7 millimeters, so that is definitely one you really don't know you're wearing this watch. Fits underneath the shirt cuff beautifully. And the color of the silver dial, it's lovely. It's a really handsome looking watch. So there we are. That is our fifth and final watch. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. This is just one of a few of our sort of festive videos coming out, showing you our very latest collection and just giving you some ideas perhaps into the lead up to Christmas. EdinburghWatchCompany.co.uk, that's our website. We're also putting these photos up on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and of course here on our YouTube channel. So thanks for watching. Please come back and see us soon. And if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up and like and subscribe. Take care.